This video explains how to remove data frames from the workspace in the R programming language. So without too much talk, let's dive into the R code. Before we can remove data frames from our workspace, we first need to create some example data objects that will be stored in our workspace. And we can do that, as you can see, in lines 2 to 21. So in these lines of code, I'm creating different data frames and different vector objects. So after running all of these lines, you can see that at the top right of RStudio, 3 new data frames called data1, data2 and data3 are appearing, and 2 vector objects called vec1 and vec2. So let's assume that we want to remove only one of our data frames. Then we can apply the rm function, as you can see in line 23. And within the rm function, we need to specify the name of the data frame that we want to remove. So in this case, I want to remove the data frame data1. So after running line 23 of the code, you can see at the top right of RStudio that the first data frame data1 has disappeared because we have deleted this data frame from our workspace. So in this first example, I have explained how to remove only one data frame from the workspace. However, it's also possible to remove multiple data frames. And for this example, we first need to recreate our first data frame, as you can see in lines 25 to 27. So after running these lines of code, our data frame data1 is appearing once again at the top right of RStudio. And now let's assume that we want to remove the data frames data1 and data3. Then we can apply the rm function once again, as you can see in line 29. However, this time we have to specify the 2 data frame names that we want to remove. So in this case, the data frames data1 and data3. So after running line 29 of the code, you can see that the 2 data frames data1 and data3 are disappearing at the top right because those 2 data frames have been removed. It's also possible to remove all data frame objects from a workspace. And we can do that, as you can see in the following example. However, first we need to recreate our 2 data frames data1 and data3, as you can see in lines 31 to 36. So after running these lines of code, the 2 data frames data1 and data3 are appearing once again at the top right in our workspace. And now in the next step, I want to remove all data objects from our workspace with the data frame class. And we can do that by using the rm function in combination with the ls function, the sapply function, the mget function, the ls function once again, and the class function. So this code is relatively complicated. However, I will put all the code that I have used in this video into the description of this video, so you can simply copy and paste it from there. However, in case you run lines 38 and 39, you can see that at the top right of RStudio in our workspace, all the data frame objects have been removed. However, the 2 vector objects, vec1 and vec2, have been kept. That's all I wanted to explain in this video. In case you want to learn more on this topic, you may check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on my homepage I have recently published a tutorial in which I'm explaining the content of this video in some more detail. I will put a link to this tutorial into the description of the video, so you can find it there. If you have liked this video or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section below. I'll try to respond to all comments as soon as I can. Furthermore, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notified about future video releases. I have already published about 500 videos on this channel, and I'm releasing new videos on a daily basis. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.